Rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Alberto Calderon, and thank you for joining us today on another Star Wars Saturday as we're here to discuss this fandom, this saga that we love so much, Star Wars. Some big announcements, or some cool announcements, I should say. Finally, things are happening, like our friend, our co-host Otto would say. Things are happening. He's not here today. He's back home in Puerto Rico enjoying his bachelor's party. So we wish him well. Hope he's doing fine over there, having a good time. He'll be back next time. Hopefully next week. We'll be here talking Star Wars. But today, just riding solo, which is fine. Thanks to everyone for joining us today. It's going to be a cool one. Like I said, D23 just happened. Got my Mando shirt. You know, maybe some Mandalorian movie announcement. We'll see. We'll talk about it. But first off, for everyone watching out there live right now, thanks for being here. If you're watching the show, make sure to like this video, comment down below. Any thoughts that you might have, Star Wars related, or just all the announcement from D23, things you wanted to see, what was announced, all that. And of course, if you're in the chat, we'll discuss them. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any episodes when they drop. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, thank you. Leave us a rating, review, all that fun stuff. And follow us everywhere. You know, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky. It's all down there. You'll find it. All right. So before we start, it will be a chill show. Just kind of last week it was an easy show, it was a short show. Today should be the same thing, not too much to talk about, even though I just say some cool announcements and we'll go through them, but not a lot after that. So we'll be here for a little bit, but let's say hi to our friends Dale from Skywalker Academy. Dale, hello there, Dale. Thanks for joining us today. My friend Brennan, page turners that were not. Hello, my awesome friend. Skeleton Crew looks awesome. I have spoken. Yes, Skeleton Crew. We're going to dive into that in a couple of minutes. And yeah, it surprised me. It surprised me in a good way. Really looking forward to it. And Dale is adding that it looked awesome. I am excited for each one in different ways. And yet the kid inside me is screaming for Skeleton Crew. I agree. And we'll go into all that in a couple of minutes. But you know what? Right now, so if you guys are ready, I'm not ready. Let's talk Star Wars and Star Wars news.
Star Wars news.
All right, Star Wars news, and it all starts with Skeleton Crew. We got finally the trailer for the upcoming Star Wars Disney Plus TV series, Skeleton Crew. We talked about this last week. We got some cool images. We got the names of all the characters. Jed Nanawood or whatever Jude Law's character's name is. I still don't like the name, but that's fine. All the kids. But we got to see the trailer. Got a little bit more what the story is. Maybe not all in depth, but we got a lot. So we're going to. Oh, there were some. Did I put? I forgot to grab those. So a lot of great stuff. All the great images from D23 for Skeleton Crew. They had like costumes there for all the pirates. Vane was there, this wolf man that everyone's going crazy. The SM-33 droid with the pecky leg. Very pirate vibe that crew is kind of giving. So it's great to see that. The new poster that dropped also right after the trailer premiered was great. And it had, we're going to watch the trailer. Don't worry. We'll go through the trailer and then we'll talk about it. But I had that Amblin feeling we're being kind of repeating that people that John Watts and Christopher Ford have been saying. The Goonies, E.T. gave me a Stand By Me vibe. If you've seen that movie also from the 80s, this coming of age of kids kind of like finding something. That movie, one of the kids say, I found a dead body, and they go check that out. Then the adventure develops, and this is similar to, hey, I found something, let's go check it out. And some of the kids, you know, don't you want to do something more with your life? It's kind of boring. Let's go and explore. And Neil is kind of, I'm fine, what's here? And we got neighborhoods in Star Wars. Who would have thinking? But all right, let me check some of your comments real quick, and then we'll play the video. We'll say, our friend Mo. Mo is so happy. I'm happy for Mo being happy because we got some Andor Season 2 news. We'll talk about those later. Some images. So great for everyone out there. So let's go ahead. Let's watch the trailer. You want to watch the trailer? I want to watch the trailer again. So let's go ahead. Let me set all this up. Where is this looking? There we go. Look a little weird. All right. The Skeleton Crew trailer for Star Wars coming December 3rd, which is not that far away. It's a couple of months away. I love the little ship designs there of
Tomorrow's
stores.
test will set the course of your entire future.
Schools in Star Wars. Little droid. I love
Don't you ever
finally
wanna do
seeing
anything exciting?
normal
Like
people in
what?
Star Wars and the everyday
What
in
if we
Star
could go
Wars.
anywhere we want in the
Space
whole
dog there with a
galaxy?
Thorian.
A real adventure. No more pretend.
Yeah.
I found something buried in the woods.
Yeah, I found something buried in the
What do you
woods.
think it is?
Very Stand By Me vibe.
I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Hello? Be careful where you step.
I love in Star Wars when every time we get that big adventure feeling. That's what this show seems to be. It's a big adventure. Even though it's kids and maybe more towards family, we have that big adventure feeling.
We're lost.
I love that. That space station looks great. That shot looks great. That little creepy Jawas.
Dangerous out here in space.
I love this owl. I think it looks like a Jedi. And the Wolfman. So it looks a lot more action packed than I thought. X-Wings. This got me the X-Wings.
You're a Jedi.
The Jedi Jude Law to finish it off. Streaming December 3rd. Are we getting all the episodes December 3rd? I don't think so. Star Wars doesn't do that usually, at least for their live action shows. I should say before we keep going, my family's watching. I was watching the USA basketball gold medal game. So you might start, if you hear screaming, that's why they're watching the game over there. Yeah, Dale, Star Wars Suburbia. I wonder how much is the HOA, Homeowners Association, just to be there. If you want to paint your house, gotta cut the grass. How much is that? But yeah, great trailer. Gave everyone that feeling of 80s nostalgia vibe, those coming of age stories that a lot of us from this age grew up. People from the 90s also grew up with those movies. And even if you didn't, it's still an adventure. Still, you have this kid's character that 8 to 15-year-olds might resonate with, might connect to. A lot of different characters. I love the girl with the little visor. I thought it was just stuck there. She was kind of cyborg, but now she can just pull those down, up and down. But I love the feeling. Like I mentioned, this is an adventure. I love to me, Star Wars, apart from being about hope and all that stuff and battling, fighting this big bad empire, it's about an adventure feeling, going on an adventure. This is what this show seems to be, even though it's, like Oti mentioned last week, it's low stakes for the galaxy, not for the kids. It still has that big adventure, that crab creature at the end, that kid getting behind that turret and just shooting down. We have X-Wings coming out of nowhere. So from what I've heard, and maybe I'm just out of the loop, is that this takes place around season 1 of The Mandalorian. I thought it was where we are now in the timeline, like Mando season 3. But apparently it's before that. So maybe some Empire remnants are still out there that they have to deal with. So, but looks cool. How do you guys feel about, because I've seen people go back and forth. Some people took them out of the trailer already. I didn't mind it because I want to see things like this before. Dale mentioned the Star Wars Suburbia. It's the beginning of this trailer where we don't know the planet. We're basically in a neighborhood, any old town, the USA, like they say. They're in school. They have their final exam coming. So people took them out of it because it looks too much like a regular neighborhood. To me, I'm fine, because we keep saying and hearing and talking about the galaxy needs to feel big. If everything is Tatooine and Hoth and Bespin and the Skywalker saga, and let's do more in the Clone Wars, even though we get great stories, it kind of makes the galaxy seem small. Now going to this other planet that maybe it's not affected by the war, maybe it's a separatist planet, or maybe who knows why those people, that planet is just, or that town is just kind of, doesn't seem to be involved in what's going on usually in Star Wars. I want to see that. Give me something different. Just regular people, regular kids living their life in the world of Star Wars. Give me that, and then they go on an adventure. Sounds great. I understand if it looks maybe too cookie cutter, but if you live in a neighborhood from probably 2005 to now, everything's very cookie cutter. All the houses look the same. My house looks the same as the next 5. So yeah, give us that in Star Wars. At the end of the day, that doesn't matter. Just look at everything else we got in the trailer. It looks very Star Warsy. The creatures, the aliens, little freaking the owl with what I think is a Jedi tunic with a robe, has a little Jedi belt, reminding me of Yoda. Probably not this time period. There's not a lot of Jedi out there, but I love what I'm seeing. The pirates, again, we know that Vane is gonna be there. We talked about that, how he was in some character designs was there in D23 along with the Wolfman, the droid. So all that vibe is there. So there's gonna be some challenges for the kids. We saw the Wolfman in the trailer going double blasters. We don't know what's going on. The X-Wing at the end, it's very interesting because it's not just the kids are kind of lost, even though they are lost. And I love, like they said, we are really lost. We got to find our way back. But they're in the middle of a conflict. We've heard and we've read from the synopsis that the kids go on adventure, get lost, and go into a different part of the galaxy or into an unknown part or something. So they just went into, maybe they're from the outer regions or the unknown regions where there is no imperial, no galactic civil war, doesn't impact them. And now they're thrust into everything that's going on in this time frame. So very interesting. Again, it's just a teaser. There's more to come. I love all the kids. They look different. They look all like their individual selves. I love little Neo kind of being the one that doesn't want to go on an adventure. Maybe he's the Samwise Gamgee of the story that just wants to stay home. And then by the end, he's the one that has to do not a big sacrifice, but becomes a hero at the end. Jude Law. Some people had been speculating that he might be a Jedi. I didn't think so. I thought this show was going to be zero Jedi, sans Jedi, but it's Star Wars. So I'm cool that we're getting it. We'll talk about Andor in a moment. There's no Jedi over there, but who knows in season 2. Just give me the Force theme. I'm tired of people complaining about seasons being 8 episodes. I'm tired of people complaining about episodes being 30 minutes or less than 1 hour. We're not gonna get that. That's done. At least for Star Wars, I don't think we're gonna get anything different. I know that Andor is 12 episodes, so I'll concede on that one. But the thing I will never give up on is you get a Jedi using the Force. Gives me the Force thing. Even if it's for the trailer, if you see that key moving and then floating away, and you give me a few notes of the Jedi theme, you don't even have to say, "Oh, you're a Jedi." We all know it. So please give me the Jedi theme. I want to hear it. All right, so Mo is putting on the chat that she has weird vibe from Jude Law's character, the villain maybe. It's Star Wars. They like throwing those curveballs now and then. It wouldn't surprise me. Because we only heard that the pirates are there. But I don't think that pirates are going to be the villains unless they steal something. Maybe Jude Law uses the keys to steal something and then from the pirate, and then the pirates are after them because of Jude Law, and then we find out something else. Why is there another Jedi hiding around in this time period? Maybe he's not a Jedi, maybe he's pretending, or I don't know. It'll be interesting to see when we get another trailer that's more kind of a story trailer, then maybe we'll start putting some of these things together. Again, and if this takes time during season 1 of The Mandalorian, season 1, season 2, and there's pirates and there's Vane, give me Pirate King Gorian Shard, my vegetarian Pizza the Hut seaweed guy. Gimme, that's one of my favorites introduction of all of Star Wars is Gorian Shard. I really hope that he's there. And the pirates are part of it. Give me Gorian Shard. And again, if there's pirate, bring on Hondo. Everyone wants Hondo. Then you can put him in the Dave Filoni movie bring everyone together. Anyway, Skeleton Crew so far, thumbs up for me. I really enjoy it. I have zero expectations in terms of this is going to be the Star Wars for me. This is going to be the greatest thing ever. Oh yeah, this is going to suck. It looks interesting. I'm going to take it as it comes. And if it's not for me, then it's not for me. It's for a younger audience. But I think everyone in my family is interested in seeing it. We'll see. And you see little Grogu down there and Mando. I gotta show. I got my new. You cannot see it. Bo-Katan is right there in the middle on her throne with all the Mandalorians next to her. But yeah, Skeleton Crew's coming out December 3rd. Very excited for another Star Wars live action show. So we'll see. It's almost here. All right, here we go. Mo, thanks for joining us today. Let's talk a little bit about Andor Season 2. We got a couple of images from Diego Luna was there. You can see him down there at the bottom. Diego Luna showed up at D23 to talk about Season 2 of Andor. We got that image. There's a sizzle reel. I know people are calling it a trailer. I saw the potato camera. A lot of potato cameras out there this week. It's basically a sizzle reel like they've done for a lot of Star Wars things. I'm hoping they release this soon. I still don't understand why they do this just for the audience there. It's not like everyone has access to go to D23. It's not that easy. If you release the Skeleton Crew trailer, then release. If it's something that's not ready, maybe something without special effects or editing or whatever, then okay, keep that. But this is a sizzle reel. It's just people talking about it. Give it to the fans. So I'm hoping that this comes out at some point later before we get to Celebration, before Andor. We'll have to wait till Skeleton Crew is over. Hopefully we'll get at least this sizzle reel in the coming days. Big things. Krennic is back. Orson Krennic. I can't remember this was. I know people have been speculating. We've been speculating even from Season 1 that he was going to be there. But great to get confirmation that Krennic is there. Krennic and I just forgot her name. Blonde lady. Have they had a great conversation? Most the one that put that on Twitter. Just going back and forth is gonna be great. Deidre Miro. Have them go at it. So Guerrera is back, which we kind of knew or kind of thought he was gonna be there since he was a big part of Season 1. He has a big hair from Rogue One as we're getting closer to it. And then K2, we finally got to officially see K2 in action there with Cassian in what I believe is a U-Wing, which I love. One of my new favorite designs is the U-Wing. Yes, Mo, let's go. Let's talk Andor. Diego Luna, you were crying. Everyone was crying. Everyone loves how passionate he is about Star Wars. Even since Rogue One. And we all had fun about, let him touch Jabba the Hutt, which was a great kind of beat there for a while, but it's how much he loves this world, right? How much he loves the fan and loves his character. Like he said, Andor has been a part of him for the last 10 years, and it's changed his life. And for a lot of people, it's the same thing. And I know we joke here with Mo and Maggie, which love that character, but there's an impact. We talk about how impactful Star Wars is for everyone. And this character is for a lot of people, especially in the Latin American community and Hispanic community. So yeah, he was there. He didn't send a video message. It's not something he posted. He was there in person just to show for 10 minutes or whatever, how long he was there. So it shows how invested he is in this character and this TV show. Thanks God confirmed that we already knew it takes 4 years. The Season 2 is 4 years, and it leads all the way to Rogue One, every 3 episodes or every 4 episodes, depending if it's 4 episode arcs or 3 episodes, whatever it is. Each one is 1 year, so I guess it's 4 till they reach that ending. So very excited for Andor. I saw that potato camera sizzle reel. It looked pretty cool. So yeah, can't wait for it. Sorry. So Dale is I'm hoping these takes are traveling to the Peridia Galaxy right now. They have that in it. This is talking about Skeleton Crew. It's funny that you say that there. When Ahsoka went to Peridia, that's what I said it here. I tweeted about it, and Otis like, nah, they're not gonna go. That's for Ahsoka and whatever. That's what I thought. I thought, oh, they introduced a new galaxy in Star Wars in Ahsoka, and that's where the kids are gonna be lost. Because I thought the first time we heard about the show there was lost in a different galaxy or different part of the galaxy. So I thought that's where they were going. So it wouldn't surprise. It would surprise me, but I would love it. I would love it. That was where they ended up, or maybe they come from there. Maybe they come from Peridea. Although they're talking about Jedi, I don't know. We'll see. It connects to Mando. It connects Mando to Ahsoka by rescuing the kids from Peridea. I'm all there with you. Kind of, yeah, Deidre, who we were talking about. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath already. Oh yeah, Alan is back as K2. I gotta watch his show on that alien show he has. I gotta watch that. So Mo is saying that this season looks incredible after all the tension building in that video. That all that she needs is Felicity Jones back at the end of the season. It's happening. I guarantee if this show goes all the way to that first act, first scene in Rogue One, I'm gonna say it here. If Otto was here, we'll see his bet, but I say there is like 95% that Felicity Jones shows up. There's no way like that Palpatine wasn't showing up in the Kenobi show. I think there's no way that Felicity Jones and Jean Erso don't show up by the end of the season. She, and if you've read Rebel Rising, she's with Saul Guerrero at this point, or maybe at this point she's kind of away from him, because I know 15 years, but throughout the whole Rogue One or Andor stuff, she's there in the background doing her stuff. The Rebels Andor, he finds out where she's being kept and know about Liana Halleck and all that. It makes sense that we see some of that. Maybe it's just an image of Cassian getting the information. Hey, we gotta go get this person out there. She's Urso's daughter. We need to find her. And then we see a video or something of Liana Haddock or whatever her name was, and it's Jean Erso. I'm right there with you, Mo. It has to be there. Yeah, she'll be back. I trust we'll bookmark, save this video, do something. We're gonna be back here next year and say we said it. Mo brought it up, and we're 100% through with her. So I gotta take a little sip. But yeah, look cool. The tension was there. Just give it to us. We need to see that sizzle reel. All right, so Andor season 2 coming next year, and then also so we had Acolyte this year with Skeleton Crew at the end. Andor season 2. Who knows if we get Ahsoka season 2 also next year? But then in 2026, we're going back to the theaters with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I was gonna be there. The purple guy, he's there. Seb is gonna be in the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie. He showed up in Mando season 3, unexpected, out of nowhere. I didn't know it was him. Probably the only person, even my wife says, isn't that the guy from Rebels? Nah, it's just a different purple Sabrak. Not Sabrak. I forgot his species. Again, just correct me in the chat. And he's piloting a Razor Crest, and everyone's freaking out. Oh, Din Djarin got the Razor Crest back. Let's all dust off the old Poe Dameron meme of somehow Palpatine return and just put somehow the Razor Crest return. There could be more than one Razor Crest, and maybe that's Seb's Razor Crest, and Din Djarin just wants him for himself. I'll say, I wish that the Razor Crest was almost like one of a kind. It was only Din Djarin's. I know that there are like 20 others, like the Millennium Falcon. We all know it's a YT 1300 cruiser. We know there's more out there, but it's the Millennium Falcon. I want the Razor Crest just to be the Razor Crest, and maybe they find another one, they repurpose it. Not that they rebuild the one that blew up into 100,000 million pieces, but they found a new one, they repurpose it, and they gift it to Din Djarin. I would like that. So I saw, like Mo is saying, the trailer was a bit confusing to me. It seemed like somebody takes place before season 2. So yeah, I think the first half of the trailer was just things that we've kind of seen from Mandalorian from season 1 and season 2. But yeah, it's potato camera. It's very difficult to figure out what's going on. Just a lot of different action shots. Nothing really about the story, apart from seeing Seb over there. We saw a little mouse droid just going by. I like the point of view, then looking from inside the mouse droid going through everyone's feet, or everyone's legs, I should say. I'm gonna also say here, 100% bank it. There's either an Ancelan inside that mouse droid driving it, or it's being remote controlled by an Ancelan somewhere. I think that's not just a mouse droid going. I think someone, an Ancelan, is behind that mouse droid. I'm gonna say it right now. What time? 25:40 since we started the show. That's what I'm saying. But it looked action packed. It felt like The Mandalorian. There's no troopers, AT-ATs, AT-ATs, Grogu going through a vent, all die hard. So it's there just putting that vibe again of, hey, Mando is coming back. You don't have to wait that long, 2026. So I enjoyed what I saw, but not enough to kind of go through what the story might be. At least with Skeleton Crew, we have an idea from that trailer what the story is. With Andor, of course, we're coming right back from season 1, and now we're building to Rogue One, so we kind of have an idea what's going on. This season 4 trailer, this Mandalorian and Grogu movie trailer doesn't give us anything about what the story is going to be. Even coming out of season 3, seemed like everything, okay, the story is done. He's chilling at his home with his son, which was a perfect ending. We gotta see what brings him back, unless it is like Mo said, maybe this happens before season 3. Maybe this is the in-between between season 2 and season 3 on The Mandalorian. At least part of the story happens there. We'll see. No way to know at this point. Maybe from Book of Boba Fett to Mando season 3. That's something to say. I kind of lost my train of thought. Mo saying, I need an obscene amount of Ancelans in the movie. Yes, I think I saw a picture, so a screenshot, someone of I almost said baby Grogu, with Grogu, Din Grogu, I should say at this point, with like 3 Ancelans, which we know from season 3. So that's why I think there's going to be an Ancelan there. Give us all that you can. And there, what you're saying, Skeleton Crew ends with Carson Teva tells the parents, we found the keys, but there's a problem. The ship's signature ends at the edge of the galaxy. Again, connected. We know Favreau wanted to do this big Marvel thing, MCU thing with Star Wars, and he's part of the sandbox, and this is it, just bringing all those stories together. As we know, then connects to Dave Filoni's movie, Ahsoka, Thrawn, the other part of the galaxy. That's where Seb is going to reunite with Hera, Sabine, and Ezra. All those characters will reunite in the movie. Makes sense to keep it for the big screen. And then hopefully this Mandalorian movie starts putting those pieces together. How does Mando fit in with either finding... Maybe that's it. Maybe the kids come from Peridia or something. They find a way to, hey, Ahsoka, last time we heard she was going to that over there. Ezra's back from Peridia. Let's find a way to get back over there. I don't know. I think it all connects. I trust Filoni. I trust Favreau. I know that they've lost a lot of fans' confidence because they kind of feel that they do a lot of the same things. And I do understand. I've been critical of Favreau. I'm sorry, of Filoni for a lot of things. Not for his view of Star Wars and what Star Wars should be. He's the guy to go to that and how to connect everything. So I cannot trust what they'll do. And I think Mando and Grogu is the way to go to start going back to the movie theaters for Lucasfilms and Star Wars. There was a little video that I saw Filoni and Favreau talking about the movie. It was basically that this movie is gonna kind of a gift to all the fans that have been following The Mandalorian from season 1, that have been enjoying everything. But at the same time, since you know that all the kids know who Grogu is, even if they haven't seen the Mando seasons, and it's going to a movie theaters, then everyone can go and enjoy this movie. So it's, again, I first thought that the Rey movie was the one that made the most sense to bring back to the theaters. But Din Djarin and Grogu are so big in Star Wars, just away from the fandom, at least away from Star Wars Twitter. Everyone knows who those characters are. So you just put down a movie theater with a name that I hate, The Mandalorian and Grogu, but it's the simplest thing. What are you watching? The Mandalorian and Grogu movie. We know who those two people are. We can forget about everything else. And for us that have watched everything, we'll just be able to dive in and have all those things running through the back of our head. So it makes sense. Keep it under $150 million, $175 million in terms of budget. And then this movie makes half a billion, 500, 450, 500 million. It's a hit. And I think that's what they hopefully are kind of getting to. Don't spend 300 millions on this movie, 200 millions on advertising, and then it makes 600. Again, I'm not in those stocks. But yeah, fans have no patience. Who would have thunk it? And then today, actually, in about an hour and a half, is the final Star Wars panel out at D23, which is Manny Jacinto. It's an Acolyte panel with Manny Jacinto. So this is the time. We said it last week. If Acolyte Season 2 is not announced at D23, I don't think it's happening. I don't think they would wait till Celebration Japan in 1 year, just because it loses all the momentum. This show, it's right now, is what the fans have been asking for. I know there's some people that didn't enjoy it, but there's a lot of people out there asking for Season 2 of the Acolyte. It's now. So announce it now with Manny Jacinto being the one to do it in that panel. Will break the Star Wars Twitter for a while, for a long time. So we'll see. Yeah, Mo, looking forward to that news. I think the panel is happening right now. So you know what? That's a perfect way to end today's show. So thank you, Mo. Thank you, Dale. Thank you to Brennan. Check Brennan. I think next Friday he's having his first live stream next Friday to celebrate like 4 years of his show, 4 or 6. I think from like 6 p.m. West Coast to 10 p.m. I might drop in at some point. So check that out. So yeah, that's a perfect way to end this show today, Mo. Everyone can go and check that panel out or wait for news to come out of the Acolyte panel, Manny Jacinto. We'll be back next week if that drops. We'll talk about that and we'll see what else, and we'll get Otter's thoughts on everything that dropped on D23. So again, guys, thanks for being here. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe. Be safe. May the Force be with you. See you next time.